Welcome to my new self-defense martial arts teaching video for YouTube. In this video I'm going to show all people why going to the groin and knees is very important when you get out of a hole from the back or front. First starting with the back. Let's say you're at the park running or walking. And then someone a lot bigger and stronger than you don't know walks up from behind and puts you in the back bear hug. And after you've played possum and struck them in the nose, don't just do that. Because you got to stun them another way. Another weak point is the groin and knees. That's why after you've stomped their feet, it's important to also back kick the groin or knees really hard. Those are very vulnerable spots on the human body. Those are parts of the body that can't be conditioned. And after you hit them, it stuns them and takes their mind off what they're doing, giving you plenty of time to do this to break free, then sink down into a deep horseback stance to either strike their stomach with your elbow, and use the hammer fist right here to strike their groin. And giving you plenty of time to either grab their leg, sit on the knee, break, twist their ankle, or put your front foot in front of you, take both hands, grab this arm, pick them up off the ground, twist your hip, and throwing them on the ground. But don't just headbutt their nose. You also have to stomp the feet and hit the groin and knees with the back kicks. That's why it's very important. Watch again. After someone grabs you in the back bear hug from behind, for example, and you play possum and then you surprise them with the back headbutt to the nose, then after that you use both your feet to stomp both their feet. Then use both feet to back kick the groin or knees. When you do that, it takes their mind off what they're doing. Then it gives you plenty of time to put both your shoulders out like this. Then sink down into a really deep horseback stance. Use the back elbow to strike the stomach. Then use the hammer fist to strike the groin. Then it gives you plenty of time to grab one of their legs if you can, sit on a knee, break it, twist the ankle. Or put your front foot in front of you and take in both hands, grab this arm, and to pick them up off the ground and twist your hip and throw them on the ground. Watch again. Remember that not only should you strike the nose, but strike the feet, the knees, and the groin. After they put you in the back bear hug and you play possum, then you surprise them with the back headbutt to the nose. Then you can use, that gives you plenty of time to use both the arms like this. And then you can sink down into a deep horseback stance to use the back elbow to strike the stomach. And then use the hammer fist right here to strike the groin. That takes their mind off what they're doing, and it gives you plenty of time to surprise them with another attack by grabbing one of their legs, sitting on their knee to break it, twist the ankle. Or put your front foot in front of you, take both hands, grab this arm right here, and pick them up off the ground, then to twist your hip and throw them on the ground. But the most important part is going to the vulnerable spots on the human body. The knees and groin, after you've stomped their foot, like when they put you in the back bear hug. Now I'm going to show you one last time, then I'll show you how all of it's going to look in combat speed. After someone's put you, let's say, in the back bear hug from behind, and you've played possum, you've used the back headbutt to strike their nose. Then you've used both feet to stomp both their feet. Then after that, use the back kick to strike the groin or knees, because that takes their mind off what they're doing. And that gives you plenty of time to use both your shoulders to pull both their arms off your arms and stomach. Then you can sink down, use the back elbow to strike the stomach, then use the hammer fist to strike the groin. And then the surprise them with the next attack, if you can, by trying to grab their leg, one of their legs, set on the knee to break it, twist the ankle. Or put your front foot in front of you, take both hands, grab this arm right here, and then pick them up off the ground, twist your hip, and throw them on the ground. But everything works by striking the groin or knees. If you hit the groin and knee, the groin or the knees, it will take their mind off what they're doing. Those are parts of the body that cannot take pain. Now here's how it looks in combat speed. The back headbutting looks like this. Kia! Using both feet to stomp both their feet looks something like this. Kia! Kia! Back kicking the groin or knees looks like this. Kia! Kia! Using both your arms to pull both their arms and hands off your arms and stomach will look like this. Sinking down into a deep horseback stance with both your hands up looks like this. Using the back elbow to strike the stomach looks like this. Hammer fist to the groin looks like this. Grabbing one of their legs looks something like this. Sitting on knee to break the knee looks like this. Twisting the ankle looks like this. Putting your front foot in front of you looks like this. Taking both hands to grab this arm looks like this. Picking them up off the ground looks like this. Twisting the hip to throw them on the ground will look something like this. And that's how it will look in combat speed. Now take a breather. Woo, that was fun. In through your nose and out through your mouth. In, out. In, out. In, out. One more, then I'll show you why using the knee to the groin is also very important if they use a front bear hug from in front. In, out. Bow. Back to action. Now, if now let's say you get put in the front bear hug from in front, what you do, just like with the back bear hug, you act like they have you. Then you use the front headbutt to surprise them and strike their nose really hard. Then that takes their mind off, and that's a vulnerable spot right here, especially that bony part. And then gives you plenty of time to grab both their hips and use the back knee to strike their strike their groin really hard. And then it loosens up, and you can either use the palm heel strike to strike their nose, or you can take your fist right here and strike their throat, or knife hand strike their ears, or you can take both your thumbs right here and put them right behind their ears on the very soft spot behind them, which is right here, and press and squeeze really hard. That's a pressure point in pain there. Or you can take your front finger and thumb on the very soft spot between the neck and shoulder, which is right here, and press and squeeze really hard. That's a pressure point instant pain there. And once you do that, that makes them let go. And trust me, once you hit those parts of the body, that will hurt like heck. Watch again. When they put you in the front bear hug, and especially if they're a lot bigger and stronger than you, what you do, you play possum. And you act like they have you in order to get them to take their guard down. And then, when they think they have you, and you surprise them with an attack of your own by front headbutting their nose, that takes their mind off. And it gives you plenty of time to use both your hands to grab both their knees, take the back knee to strike their groin. And then then you can either palm heel strike their nose, punch them in the throat, knife hand strike their ears, Or sometimes you can even grab their throat and press and squeeze really hard. Or take the front finger right here and stick it right here in the very soft spot of their throat. And that will hurt like heck. Or you can take or it gives you plenty of time to also put both your thumbs right behind their ears on the very soft spot, which is right here. And you can press and squeeze really hard. That's a pressure point, instant pain there. And it also gives, or you can take both your front finger and thumbs, put it on the very soft spot between the neck and shoulder, which is right here, and press and squeeze really hard. And trust me, the main thing is that you strike the groin to get their mind off what they're doing. Watch again. After someone a lot bigger and stronger puts you in the front bear hug, and you've played possum, and you've used the front headbutt to strike their nose like this, that takes their mind off. Then it gives you plenty of time to grab both their hips and take your back knee to strike their groin, and that gives their mind off what they're doing. And then you can either use the palm heel strike to strike their nose, or use this fist right here to strike their throat, or take this hand, grab their throat, press and squeeze really hard, or take your front finger right here and stick it right here in the very vulnerable spot, soft part of the throat, and that will hurt. Or you can take both your thumbs, put them right behind their ears on the very soft spot behind the ear, which is right here, to press and squeeze really hard. That's a pressure point in pain there. Or it gives you enough time to take your front finger and thumb, put it on the very soft spot between the neck and shoulder, and press and squeeze really hard. And that will get their mind off to let go of you. But you always have to strike the groin for example, right here, in order to get it to work. Remember, striking the groin or knees, they are vulnerable spots on the human body, and they are parts of the body that cannot take pain. Now I'm going to show you one last time, then I'll show you how everything will look in combat speed, and then we'll be done. After someone's put you in the front bear hug from in front, and after you played possum and you've surprised them by striking their nose with the front headbutt, it gets their mind to make them let go of you. And then it gives you enough time to take both your hands to grab both their hips and take your back knee and strike their groin really hard. And then you can either palm heel strike their nose, punch them in the throat, knife hand strike their ears, or take both your thumbs, put them right behind their ears on the very soft spot, which is right here, and press and squeeze really hard. Or you can use the front finger and thumb and put it on the very soft spot between the neck and shoulder, which is right here, and press and squeeze really hard, and that's a pressure point in pain there. But it all starts with going to the soft spot, the vulnerable spots on the human body, to make them take their mind off what they're doing. If you do that, it makes them take their mind off what they're doing and give you plenty of time to attack back. Now here's how it's all going to look in combat speed. After when you're in the front bear hug from in front, playing possum looks like this. Surprising them with a front headbutt to the nose looks like this. Kia! And when they're distracted and they've took their mind off what they're doing, it gives you, grabbing both their hips with both your hands looks something like this. Taking the back knee to strike their groin looks like this. Kia! Palm heel strike to the nose looks like this. Kia! Punching them in the throat looks like this. Kia! Or grabbing their throat to press and squeeze will look something like this. Or putting your front finger right here on this part of the throat will look something like this. Putting both your thumbs right behind the ears on the very soft spot underneath their ears, which is right here, will look something like this. Using the front finger and thumb to squeeze the very soft spot between the neck and shoulder, which is right here, will look something like this. And that's how all will look in combat speed. Now let's take a breather. Ooh, that was fun. In through your nose, out through your mouth. In, out. In, out. In, out. In, out. One more time, then we're done. In, out. Woo, that was fun. Thank you for watching my new self-defense martial arts teaching video for YouTube. And next Monday on YouTube, I will do part 2 of this. If you're thrown to the wall, if they use the lapel grab or the front bear hug right there, and show you how to make this more effective. And I'll also show you what to do if they use, why it's important to strike the groin or knees if they use the two-handed chokehold to hurt you as well, and why going to the groin knees is very effective. And this will be on YouTube next Monday. Tomorrow on Instagram, I will be doing a new very, very special ab workout bodybuilding performance video to see how many times I can do the windshield wipes, as well as seeing how long I can hold the plank and then reverse it into a downward facing dog. And this will be on Instagram tomorrow. Be ready for those videos till then. Till then, see you next time. May God be with those children always.